We good.
You're live.
All right, ready? All right, Shaun, you ready?
I'm ready. Let's go.
All right, let's do it, man. All right, let's do it, man. Well, first and foremost, man, we want to welcome everybody to another episode of Trainer to Trainer podcast. I am your co-host, Jamal Richardson at JMR Basketball. And to the top left corner is my co-host,
Shaun Sanford, man. And we work hoops_Shaun.
But the crazy thing, he don't be putting in no work. That's the crazy thing about it, y'all. Just gonna put that out. He don't put no work in, man. He don't put no work in.
That's how we're gonna start the episode. That's how we're gonna start the episode.
That's how we're gonna start. That's how we're gonna start it.
I'm gonna let you slide tonight because there's 3 people from Nashville on here. So I'm
yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah, you outnumbered. I just want to let you know you outnumbered tonight.
I'm gonna let you have your moment.
You outnumbered tonight. But hey, man, we got 2 special guests, man. We got 2 Cashville legends. Man, people who I call family, man, has been supporters of since day one, man. And 2 people that personify and represent the city of Nashville, Tennessee to the utmost. We got Marcus Fitzgerald Sr. and Marcus Fitzgerald Jr. Let's give them a round of applause one time. Give them a round of applause. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What up?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Fellas, how y'all feeling, man?
I'm good. We all right today. We all right.
Good. Glad to be on here, man. I've been seeing y'all. I've been watching the lives and stuff. So
Appreciate it.
Yeah, glad to have y'all on, man. And man, we excited about this one, man. This is again, the 2 of you, man, are big staples in the city, man, and just represent a lot. You know what I mean? Represent a lot in a lot of ways, man. So we glad to have y'all on. Appreciate y'all having y'all on, and we're gonna get right to it, man. So, Lil Marcus, man, we're gonna start with you. Obviously, man, had a fantastic year this year, averaging 14 points, 3.5 boards, 3.2 assists. Led your team to a 4th place finish in the OBC regular season, man, and again had a great year. Obviously, we all feel like you got snubbed from being an all OBC selection, but that's neither here nor there because we're gonna use that as motivation. So I'm glad that happened because we're gonna turn up on them starting Thursday. But and just kind of talk about, man, talk about the season, man, in general. Kind of talk about how you felt about your performance and play individually, and more importantly, man, just kind of talk about the collective unit, how you felt about the team in the year overall.
Yeah, I mean, this year I just wanted to, come in, get better from last year, just to keep evolving, like as a player. As you know, we got Junior Clay transferred to our team this year, which he's just a great player, all OBC 5 times. So that's just an addition to our team and what we had planning on having coming back. So I mean, the whole year it's been like a work in progress. We've been working like this is the best we done been, and everybody want to play their best in March. So that's what we've been trying to do. And I feel like I done got better gradually as the year has went on. Finding just adjusting to a new team and just finding like how everybody plays and how I should play with all my teammates. So it's just been like a work in progress, and we the best that we have been, all year right now. So that's good.
It's been big time, and obviously for you, man, I know y'all often had turnover, year to year. So for the 3 years you've been in, it's been a different team. So kind of like you said, I know you touched on that earlier. Kind of talk about like for you individually, what's been something that's helped you be able to adjust, from transitioning playing from a new team, new teammates, things to that degree. Kind of talk about that a little bit, just in terms of how you adjust as a player.
Yeah, just keeping my confidence. That's probably the biggest thing I've been working on from year to year because I didn't have to adjust to like basically like 3 new different teams. So I always try to cater to my teammates and my team first to make them feel comfortable in how they in their role and how they playing. So I just and at the same time I gotta keep my confidence up in myself. So I've been trying to like balance that and just adjust to the team as we go and as I see fit.
Mm, big time, big time. Uh, Sean, you got to go ahead and take that follow up. Sean, you got to
Uh,
follow up.
I know you talked about a lot about adjusting to the new coaching staff or new players, excuse me, new teammates throughout these 3 years you've been here. But talk about how you, as an individual, have kept your game fine tuned throughout the season. Tell me the process that you go through every season to make sure your game stays at the top and keeps you at the elite level that you're playing at.
Yeah, I mean, it's just something little like every day. So you're never gonna be able to like work out every day because you have practice and stuff, and your body, you got to keep your body, fresh for the games. But just something little. It's only be taking like 15 minutes. If you're gonna shoot free throws, your form shots, threes, whatever you want to work on. But it's something small like every day. So, and then sometimes if I can get in there with Ma, get a workout in. But it's just some little because you like it's the season, so you're not gonna be able to go hard and just learn something new like during the season. So it's just like everything you already know and just like fine tuning it every day, like in the small increments of time.
Big, big time for sure. Uh, Marcus, talk about playing for Penny, man. I think obviously, you have familiarity, man. Playing for coaches that's rooted in Nashville. You got Penny, Nashville legend. You got Josh Bone as well, Nashville legend, and Brandon Lockridge. But then also too, Coach Nichols and Coach Russ as well. Kind of talk about playing for Penny and playing for playing for a great staff that and how they've helped you with your development thus far for these 3 years.
Yeah, it's definitely helped me because Coach Penny, I've been knowing him my whole life, so it's just like it was an easy transition. He knows me and I know him, so we got the same goals for each other, and that just went into play on how our relationship is like on the court. So and the rest of the coaching staff, we just gel. Like they all have been, played and been in situations where they've won, so they know what it takes, to win and be a player. So it helps a lot because they played and they know how like the ups and downs of the season and how it goes and the feelings. Like some days the emotions for practice or after you done had a bad game, after you had a good game. So we just related on that part like the most because they understand like what we go through as a player, and also they got the same goals and or had the same goals for their career, and now like they're pouring into mine. So that's just been an easy transition with them.
Big time, big time.
Um, Speaking of Coach Penny and the staff, what was the ultimate reason outside of the staff that you chose to go to TSU? And the second part of the question, do you ever feel pressure to carry the torch for your city since you stayed at home?
The ultimate reason outside of the coaches is probably just being in Nashville, just playing in the city. Everybody want to play like in front of their family or in front of their friends. So I had the chance, especially at Tennessee State, which is a legendary HBCU. So it was just that. And pressure. I mean, yeah, you want to do good because you're from the place that you're playing at, and it's hard not to worry about what people say. But you're human, so you gon' feel some type of something to do well or impress people. But it just like sometimes you gotta block it out. But pressure can help. It's helped me just to always be sharp. On point every game because I know somebody's gonna be at the game that I know or that's gonna try to talk to me about it. So it just pushed me to always be on point. And when I first got there, when I first got to college, it sometimes it was too much because I was worried about what people said or just how they were gonna look at me if I played bad. But now that I've gotten older, more mature, it's just like I understand that the game is it's up and down. It's basketball, it's a game, so stuff's gonna happen that you can't control, but you just got to be the same you every game, and then a talent and instinct that's gonna take over.
It's crazy that you say that because me and Maul talked about in the last episode we actually talked about you and your father. Actually, that's how this all came about. Talk about the hate that you have received from the time you was in middle school up until this point, and it's crazy what you said. How did you mature? What process? What what made it get to the point where you were able to block out the outside noise and just keep the main thing the main thing?
Yeah, I mean, I probably didn't learn that last year, maybe this year for real. Like just like all the way, just like not caring, you know. But it's just like I don't know. Maybe it happened as I got older, or just some click. But now it's just like I know who I am, like as you know, as a basketball player. So it's like nothing nobody can say because I know what I've done. I know what I'm going to do. Like nothing nobody can say can really deter me. Maybe somebody like this in my circle, but that's because I know they know me, like they know what's going on. But an outsider can't really, you know, say too much to make me feel any less of myself or really any better. I appreciate like love, but it's just you got to just stay level like with the people in your circle, and that's how you not like you won't get just you won't feel like inconsistent like in your moves and stuff like that because you won't be worried about like what everybody else is saying.
Me and Mom definitely gave you your flowers, you and your father, for blocking out all of this. Regardless if you say you just found out this year, you fooled, for lack of better words, you fooled the fuck out of us because we felt like
Yeah.
blocked all of this out because
Before now,
us as trainers, we hear all the noise. I promise you. If it's a kid we work with, we hear all the noise, bro.
Every bit of it.
And it takes a lot for us to like pick and choose which battles we're gonna go at, which ones we're gonna attack, because it's like every day. Like I have a kid right now, like I can type his name in on Twitter and they're going crazy talking about it. And it, like I have to like sit back and be like, hey, can't say nothing. But we gotta keep working, we gotta keep pushing forward. And I know Maul, because Maul, just like me, we love our kids, bro. It just we develop a relationship with kids, their families. And you're willing to do whatever for them. So you fooled us, my boy. I'm telling you.
So imagine your player saying that. So like you seeing it, and you feeling some type of way. They talking about him. So imagine just a person that's hearing it. It's just like it's hard to like ignore or like not care what people say, basically.
Because we're human, bro. We have emotions, we have feelings, we're human. And you can only take so much negativity before at some point it's just like, come on, man, chill out, bro. I'm just playing a game. Like, relax. I'm just playing a game. Like, I'm not perfect. It's not gonna be perfect. Like, relax. But people hide behind these phones and computers. Want to say, and I realize the majority of people that say stuff don't even have a picture in their profile. So it's just wild.
Nah, for real.
But I salute you for that. Like all jokes aside, I salute you. I told Maul, I was like, bro, I really watch from afar. I'm like, bro, like he's handled this shit well. This has been going on since he was in middle school, bro. Like I remember coaching 1 year at WACG and just seeing the hate that whole summer. And I was just like, oh my God, this is crazy. Paper, this is you, man. How do you separate supporting your son and being honest with him? And how did you find that balance?
Supporting him, what you say, bro?
How did you separate supporting your son and being honest with him?
Oh man, that's a good question.
And how did you find balance?
That's a crazy question. Now I think I kind of grew, you know, when it started, you know, I'm gonna be honest, when it started, you know, Marcus, when I was coaching him, he wasn't the best, or a lot of times he's never really been the best. You know, when I started coaching, I had him, Brandon, and you know, I was just an emotional coach. I tell people all the time, like I couldn't coach, right? I was just hollering and, you know, stuff like that, man. But as I got older, I met Maul, you know what I'm saying, and we worked or whatever. And then, you know, on that level, I always tried to, you know, with WACG, you know, with Jawan and all those people, it took him a while, you know, to even catch up. It probably took him, you know, all the way to 8th grade to even catch those guys, even, you know, almost, you know, so you got from first, you know, to 8th, and what people thought, you know, I had a platform and I was popular at the time. And you know, I knew to use my platform for taking care of my kid, or from the new wave was, you know, controlling the narrative or whatever. And I think the thing was that people took that as, you know, bragging and boasting. But the truth of the matter, I was spreading, you know, WACG and Darius and all the people that people found out about, that's it was coming from me. You know what I'm saying? With Marcus, I to be honest, I really wasn't tough on him. I cheered hard and loud, but if people knew me, that's my passion just from my pop's football team. If you knew me from Ron Slade was my brother, I cheered for him and I played, and my brother Buck. And, I always was like that because our family, that's how we did. We grew up where everybody had to cheer, So for my son, it wasn't no different. So people thought, it looked like I was like some, but that was my passion. And at the same time, I was popular. So you got to say I was had a hit record at the same time that Marcus was coming up. So a lot of that was confused with, me being either hard on him or whatever. But to be honest, I never really was hard on him. Marcus, if I have a good game, and if it go like, I kind of probably get on his nerves where you got to do this. But far as like making it, hey, you played bad and really, you see what I'm saying? It just looked like that because I cheered hard and took the game. We lost it. Damn, animated more, if that makes sense. But, honestly, I kind of gave him confidence all the time. Even now, if you have a good game, oh, man, you do that right. But if you square up, you would do this. And I kind of get on his nerves from the same thing, but it's not kind of being hard. You see what I'm saying? It's not like, you know what I'm saying? I seen some hard daddies where they, hey, you didn't make this shot and run. It never was that. You know what I'm saying? It's going, okay, man, we're going to do better. You're going to get in the gym with Maul or call Maul or, you know what I'm saying? And I say the same thing a lot to them, but, that's kind of my way. You know what I'm saying? Still to this day, hey, man, pop out, pull up, man, boom, boom, boom. I say little stuff, and he probably don't listen to me because he probably never see me play, but I'm like, man, listen, man, I show him, boom, this is what you did right here. Look at how you're getting right here. You know what I'm saying? This is how your 30 ball was. You know what I'm saying? Just look at yourself because of the truth. LaMarcus he got a lot of confidence in looking at people. We played with the best and started on all teams, so he know what he is. So I just try to take little nuggets and be his number one fan. But, honestly, I never was really hard on him at all. That's the misconception that I didn't even hear it. I'm like, shit, man, Lamar, I don't think he got a whooping. I know dudes that it was a dude, I ain't gonna say his name, but he was smacking his child, when he didn't. Man, I ain't done nothing to him, but cheered for him and been there for him. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the craziest misconception in the world. I'm actually nice to him. I probably get on his nerves, but I'm not really going after the game. I'm like, man, 10 game, man, you could get, you could have got 20 or. You know what I'm saying? I always is something positive. The glass half full. You know what I'm saying? Even to this day, I'm like, man, you're a pro, man, but do this. It's always something positive at the end. I might say it 100 times, but it ain't in a harsh way.
That's real. And this I think that's one of the things people that, me and Sean talked about last week on our last episode was, and we brought you up. And I think what you just said was spot on in regards of, I think you've always been misunderstood.
Yeah, for sure.
Because
See, Ma, let me tell you, Ma, like this comes from deepness with, the legend of my dad and all of them. People got to understand when we came up and he got the Pearl job, this started way before Marcus. So I used to protect him because I knew what type of target he had on his back. And actually it was a nervous mechanism because when he came to the city, I was in the streets, man. I was, the number one rapper and all this hate from girl, whatever it was for me, so I was the first one. It was a unique situation. Still to this day, I got more followers than LaMarcus. So I was more popular than him. That's the truth. The truth of the matter is I'm more popular than him. So guess what? You got a hit record. So like I told somebody, man, if a popular guy got a popular son and he's still in the streets and animated, you can imagine. So a lot of that with me on the front row was nervousness because I wanted him nobody to say, okay, since I'm like, come on to him, almost nervous so he could do well. So I was probably under more pressure than even he was, but he didn't know it. So you see them early things of me in the front row, and also while I was trying to be 100 people. When I came up, or Slay came up, and all these people, we had 100 fans that could get you through a tough game, if that makes
Yeah,
sense. With
that
him,
makes sense.
you know, it kind of came up with nobody to go. Everybody just looked, and it's me, and it's my baby mama, and it's my wife now, and it's Maul, and it's his two grannies. And, you know, he hit 40 points, and everybody just looked, and now it's a 40 ball, right? And I'm telling y'all, it's a 40 ball. Because back in the day, 100 people, you know, was on the floor for 1-3. You know what I'm saying, Mom, when we played. You know what I'm saying? And,
Yep.
you know, I kind of was jealous of that fact because he didn't never get to see that. But now, as I step back and he got older, and I just kind of like, okay, he's getting older and mature to handle his own, you know, I kind of let it go. You know what I'm saying? I'm still on the front row animated, but I'm not as a nervous thing. I just want them to win, if it makes sense.
Yeah.
That's real. That's real. And you know what? You kind of just really answered that. Our next question, man. We, you know, of course, like with you being a Cashville legend, man, being one of the best rappers to come out of our city, you know, again, you talked about your popularity, man, and just the spotlight, you know, man,
Yeah,
and everything that came with that spotlight, and kind of like what you learned from that and how you used, you know, your fame and your stardom to be able to help Marcus navigate through the notoriety and navigate through
yeah,
the
yeah,
attention and everything. Like what were some things that
yeah.
you taught him and
Man,
talked to him about?
we kind of learned together, man, like on the fly with the help of you and, you know, my family, like knowing, seeing you was his first train in second grade and giving him to you, you know, where you was just learning, you know, saying, but we seen enough in my pops. Because the truth of the matter, me and my daddy was the first people that put him and Brandon through cones, right? Like that was
That's
their
facts, yeah.
first trainers. Brandon Miller at 4, Marcus at 5, all the way. We went to Smith and Craig in the back of gyms and stuff. My dad had these old drills, and that was their first teachers until we met you. And when we met
Yeah.
you, we gave them to you because my daddy was walking around like, man, dude, right there, cold. You know, he seen, you know, how you, and that's how it went off. But far as me, you know, our family's real tough, and we was raised tough, and I didn't want nobody to misconstrue, you know, emotion or just a good child with toughness, you know, because the truth of the matter, we were so tough, me and my brother, and we came up where you had to, but we came up with 50 people coming out of our house. It wasn't just one person, Maul. It was
Yeah.
me, Slade, all these people. So we had so much protection where my son was the one by himself that came up on all of this. So the misconception is, oh, this and this. He had to learn by himself. But the truth of the matter, we had so much backing. We had 100 people at the game. We had all these people, and we left the house together. You see what I'm saying? So I tried to be all of these people for my son to be like, no, you tough, you this. And it came off where I'm like, oh, he's better. Now what I was trying to instill confidence that you wanted him and keep going. Like the people when we played instilled in us when we was having bad games. We had bad games. We had 100 people in the stands. Our mama was singing cheers, even when we lost. Miss Slayton was saying, we so proud of you. It was so much confidence being instilled in us that we didn't even know that we was that bad. I had so much confidence, and I was just a judo player at 5'11", and thought I was the man because of how we grew up. So I tried to be 100 people for my son, if that makes sense. You know, to mimic the support we had.
That's real, man. That's real. That's a good point, man. Uh, because I remember, like I said, man, I'll never forget, man, the first time Marcus went viral, and this when he was posted on Handle Life, Dribble Too Much page,
Yeah.
and then from that point it became like it was just like a wildfire. And I think,
Mom. But let me intro you. Remember when
go
he
ahead.
went viral, we was trying to get him to dribble. If the people understood, Marcus never was the best dribbler. Even my little team, Brandon was the point guard. He was a younger. See, people don't know he was younger than LaMarcus. LaMarcus was always on the wing, playing wing, and me and you knew to start dribbling and getting power hands because he was going to be a point guard. So we,
Facts.
from WACG teams, we'll put him on local teams to get work so he can learn so he learned and evolved over the years. Where in WACG, he was really on the side with Jawan, True Point, and Kennedy and Zion and all these people, and he was on the wing. So we was working. So when we was dribbling in the garage, and so it was really with the power hand working on our handle, trying to get good and go right and all that to become. So all this came over the last 10 years into the point where he could be a true point guard on a Bradley Beal, on the Georgia Stars, and stand on his own and to be a Division I point guard. So that was the evolution of it. And it looked like when I was working, I was first one with the camera and the platform that, oh, paper, thank you, this, paper, this, because I was popular and whatever thing against me or to be honest, I believe everybody loved LaMarcus. To be honest, like
For
I never
sure.
said, now I know. I said people love LaMarcus, and they just didn't understand what was going on with me. And I was the first one to have a
Yep.
platform and put videos out and do. And
Yep.
now guess what, Mom? Everybody do a
Everybody
video.
doing
Everybody got a mixtape.
it.
Everybody promote. I was the first one to do it. The first one. So I got
Yeah.
a and
Facts.
I was the first one. Got Caleb Love a 5-star man. So people was coming to me because I had the vision of just bringing notoriety to the people, not only Marcus, to the Darius, to the Bagleys, to the everything that Los had going on. I was the one that had the platform that made it that, but nobody would say that. But I understand it wasn't really hate on LaMarcus. It wasn't. The truth of the matter, I haven't seen nobody that didn't like LaMarcus or my pops. And I tell them two people, they might not like me because it's probably real street business that he don't know for some kind of way, right? But LaMarcus, everybody love him. Like, and I think, and I appreciate, even if they don't say it publicly, there's stuff he got to work on. Yeah, it's stuff that they say, Mom and been doing whatever. The truth of the matter, all I say is I told y'all that he would be a Division I guy. I told y'all that as a sophomore, he would get probably 1,000 points this year as a sophomore. And I told y'all he'd be the last one playing. I said that of that group, and I said what I said, and it's true.
And that's just man, again, baby. I tell you what, man, you cold, man, because you segueing right to these questions, man. Like I'm telling you, you hitting it right on the money, bro.
I've
You,
been wanting to say
hey,
this,
that's hey,
Mom. I'm being honest. Because it's not a mad thing anymore. It's a support thing. I used to be mad because people didn't support and all that. The truth of the matter, man, it was about me and it was about just something new. Right now, it's so many people that support him. They here, and I like, what I'm saying. I'm still on the front row. I'm just not as nervous and as aggressive. But one thing I didn't do, I never talked about that he was better than somebody's kids or down anybody's kids.
that's
I was
facts.
nervous for my son to turn up and you be tough and you do what you do, and I want to win the game. The same way I ran down the floor for my brother at UT and Pearl Cone and all of these dudes that I cheer for. If you go to my football games, Terrell Cone, it's the same thing for my family. You see what I'm saying? It was something new. To them, it's the same thing at WACG games. So people you say, hey, why paper like this? Almost if I was showing out or something. The truth of the matter, I don't like to talk to people, Mom. You know what I'm saying? I don't even, but I was popular, I knew the respect, and I'm here, and I gotta say this. But the truth of the matter, that's why I quit rapping and faded to black and let Marcus become the star that he is. But I just coached him on how to maneuver through this and get up and down, and not to get up and down, and to be courteous, and everybody it'll work out. You know what I'm saying?
That's real. And Lil Marcus, I'm gonna segue this to you, because one thing that me and Sean echo was that your dad was LeVar Ball before LeVar Ball. You know what I'm saying? Like he, and more so, I think the unique part about you, Paper, was the fact that how you mentioned earlier how it wasn't just always centralized around Marcus. You were always a big advocate and supporter of everybody that you was connected and associated with. And that's what made you so unique, and that's what so many great things that people again. And that's why I go back to my comment of you being misunderstood because of that part. And the only thing that I took away from what you did was that you just simply supported your child because that's your child. That's simple as that. And so Marcus, Lil Marcus, I want to segue to you. And my question to you is, knowing that, knowing the stardom and the legacy and the legend that your dad is, and knowing the support that your dad gave you, how did that make you feel, and what did that do for you, just from you going out there, stepping out there, knowing that sometimes you had the whole city against you, sometimes you had the whole city love you, but you already knew that more importantly you had the love and support from your dad, and I think that's huge, and not only just in the game of basketball, but just in life and period. Just kind of talk about what that means to you and how important it was for you.
Yeah, I mean, that was big because, like, before 8th grade, I ain't really had no experiences like that, It was people, like, when I used to make them videos, like, oh, that's all he do. That's all he do is dribble, or make videos in the garage, or work out. So before, like, when I went, like, to 8th grade and played, actually, that was the first time I, like, witnessed, like, real life interactions, like, with people, like, in the crowd or just in public or just anything. So with seeing like all of that like in person, but just to know that I'm just gonna look over there, I know he's gonna be the loudest one, the most turned one, and the one that's
Mm-hmm.
gonna let everybody know when I do something that that just is unmatched. So it really formed like my personality, like for basketball, like on the court. Because really, before then, I ain't really like talk or just just be
Mm.
flamboyant or loud on the court. Like I ain't really do that. I ain't really do something and let them know about it. Like I ain't do none of that till 8th grade. That's when I got like my swag like for basketball. Just
That's real.
then it was mostly from him. Just being that it just instilled it into me just to that's what helps me like get going and play better. Just to see
Yeah.
that or just to talk to myself or get myself going is from him. Just to know that he had my back and against anybody. It was just that's what gave me the confidence to like feel like I'm unmatched. Like
And that's real. And this is again an opportunity to give both of y'all flowers. I think the ability that y'all have when you're in that arena, when you in that mode, when you can just carry that confidence and that bravado like you paper, not giving a damn now what anybody think about your antics and
Yeah.
what they say about like you because you there to support your son and you supporting the team and then Marcus for you like again because that's true like early on you were never that kid that was just
yeah,
emotional and just just arrogant in a good way not in a bad way
yeah,
but just just confident man and then just more so like now just watching you grow into that and being that person on the court. But I think the most important thing for the both of you fellas is what I love about the both of you is that you're able to turn that off the court and still be
yeah,
great people. You know what I'm
Now,
saying?
listen, Ma, let me speak to that. It's a thing with kids. I was the first one that had kids. Like the thing with me, like I'm experiencing parents, and this is what people don't know. I'm a fairly young man, but I had him at 19 or whatever. So I grew up and I learned on the fly. A lot of
Mm.
this stuff is about parenting to me. I'm being honest about, like we talked about, speaking in confidence to my kids, just like I was at Madison, track me just now. I don't know if she was good or bad, but I was still the loudest one there. People don't think that I'm not a guy that wants to even show. Like people got to understand if you already had something, you want less attention. You got to realize LeBron is just real daddy emotions because he ain't been there. That's why he posts like that for his kid. Do you think that he really wants attention from them fools at a game? He's
Mm.
just a real parent. It's the
That's
same
real.
thing with if you're a rapper that, when I was a rapper, I couldn't go pick up my kids or, my homeboy Young, but they was like, man, you can't be, well, I had a manager, me and Jelly Roll had a manager that was like, well, you got to be too popular to kind of go to the, they said I didn't make it or couldn't make it because I was too local. I was so big. But here's why they said that. Because I coached games. I was at Marcus PT. I picked him. I never missed a day at school, so I was touchable. So it hurt my rap career, but it saved my son's life because, it saved
Mm.
him off the streets. And I knew if I could be there to for those workouts and those PTs and never miss a day, that he could get $100,000 or $200,000 scholarship and I could save him for the streets. That's all this was about. So I traded all of that. Okay, I ain't gonna go to the birthday party. I ain't gonna go because I'm too cool. See, that's what they did all back in the day. You couldn't show up. I was
Mm-hmm.
like, what are you talking about? I'm gonna be at every game. So, I had managers like, going against that and stuff. I didn't go out of town because I had to go to Seville Park or Innsworth or WNSL on Saturdays, and I had to go pick them up every day from kindergarten on up. So I was too easy to touch. And that's why I kind of said I'm gonna make this big locally. I'm not gonna take no deals or nothing because I didn't want to miss a game, bro. I'm being honest with you. And I'm proud of it. Like I don't feel no type of way. I don't feel no type of
That's
way
real.
because I made it.
I really salute you and commend you for that. You really sound like my father. All jokes aside, it's kind of crazy. It's crazy. But I have a question that I want to
Okay.
answer. So I heard both of y'all talk about you being on the front row, giving your son energy. Marcus talking about him taking the energy and talking to himself, getting himself going. But one of the most legendary AAU games on YouTube is WACG against Bradley Beal.
Oh,
I want to know. I want to hear from
let's
the
talk about
horse's
it.
mouth. Both
Hey,
of you.
listen. I'm
Let's
so
talk
mad.
about
I'm
it.
Marcus talk. I'm talking first. It's gonna be quick. I'm so mad about that because that was the biggest game, and it was big for this reason. From Marcus left Los was kind of mad at me because I left because he had all, and Los know this, I love him to death. We had won the national championship with these 5 guys, Nashville guys. Los know this, and every day after that, every year after that, Los brought another kid from somewhere that we done beat. Zion Harmon joined it. Springer, and they'll play point guard too, bro. We're the national champions with Marcus, Ray, and Jawan, right? So it kept on going. It kept on going. Until one year, they were subbing 5-5. We had Kennedy, we had this, and Marcus and Jawan was subbing not only for those guys, they started subbing for each other. And I was like, hold on, those. You know what I'm saying? And I was the first one, and I'm on the WACG paperwork. I'm the original WACG. I said, shit, I talked to all them. I said, we got to roll. Maul and everybody called some people, found Bradley Beal, you know, I think from Darius and that type pipeline. He went and tried out and whatever, became a starting point guard. So Los had the built up energy. But here's the thing, Marcus was still off a 5-month ACL. Right? He was a starter for Bradley Beal, but he only off the ACL was a 5.5 months, right? So
that was like the first tournament.
That was the first tournament.
I did it in September.
Yeah, it was crazy. So the build up, you know, from Mike Wallace, his teammate, his schoolmate, Stratford, what's my guy, Lil Marcus from St. Louis. He switched the team. What's his name?
Jordan Nesbitt.
Nesbitt switched him from. So all of that crossed up energy, you know, and it was good. And Lord knows Jawan hit the last second shot. LaMarcus Fair, he was a step slow, didn't play particularly well. So that's the worst game. It's not the worst game he played. It's the worst one that I like it went viral, that I hate it went viral, right? Because it's him in 5 months and it's us and I was like talking shit, and I hate it to this day. I really want to fight them, but when I was looking for somebody to fight, everybody know I always swing with somebody. I always swing after the game. And I was looking for him, but I'm glad we did. I was this bummed. Yeah, they knew it though. They knew it was coming.
They was gonna go down. That damn was gonna go down.
He would still come up to be like, you was on that game. They got a million views on YouTube. I was like, yeah. Don't remind me about that. I still think about that. And then it's funny because they always talk about Mike just talking the whole video, and you know, Cam went crazy, Caleb went crazy, and then they talk about Phil, how I'm playing him to this day. So, and he was on my team, and just like I'm about to play him maybe Thursday. Yeah, and we was on the same AU team, so it's just it's crazy.
Full circle moments, boy.
Last question here. What are some of the things that you both appreciate about your father-son relationship? That's a question for both of you.
Well, I'll take it and let him finish it. I'm gonna be honest, and I say this public and all the time, even today, when he gets snubbed for something or something don't go right, even a bad game, all I tell him now, you know, I get on him sometimes. The only time I get on him, I got on him this year, like, listen, man, don't let the game break you down to the point where you so stressed about it, because, man, life is good, man. You made it. And again, as far as the pressure thing, you don't owe me nothing. You owe me to smile and to be proud of what you've done. And I tell you every day. And I make sure I tell them every day, so it won't be a misconception to say, man, if you paying for your dad, and no, he's not. No, he playing for him, and I gave him the confidence because it ain't nothing else he can do for me, because he ain't never gave me an inch of trouble and went to the it's hard for me to even get on him. He lazy as hell and do some shit, but how can I get on him when he ain't never went to the principal's office? How? So how am I going to be hard? You know what I'm saying? So I'm actually, he's already done everything to me. What he owes me now is to be tough, stay tough, be sharp if we're still helping him out and to look good or whatever it is as a grown man, because basketball ain't the tough thing. Basketball, you can go 0 for 15, you better be smiling. And he's not like that because he takes it real hard, but I'm working on, it's not being not mentally tough. He cares so much. I'm trying to tell him to care less, because there's a lot of shit going on in the world that, listen, man, if he cares a little less, I think he'll even be better. I think that's when you become an NBA player and all that. But to me, the thing is, and he don't like when I say it because, you know, he think I don't give a damn about it, but I care a lot too. But I learned, no, if it's this, it's this, because people have mistake that for not being tough and all this, man. Don't let that happen because you're tough. as fuck because you ain't never got in trouble. A tough person bees by themselves and don't follow the leader. I caught a murder case for following people in high school, and that was the last time that I was gonna be a follower. And I nicked that. You see what I'm saying? You tough because a motherfucker ain't got in your car. You tough because you don't follow the crowd. That's a leader. So he got that ability, but now he gotta play it with not showing the world all your emotions that you care so much because they're trying to mistake it and say, oh, you know, he this. And that's what I was protecting of him and debunking all myths about toughness. Toughness is playing every game, saying yes sir, no sir, doing what your coach say. But then they say if you do what your coach say, to the point you're not tough because you so, you know, so then if you quit and sell dope or whatever, oh, you should have talked bad to the coach. I raised him to do what his coach and what the superiors say, point blank period, and I take the risk. That's what, you know, so he's done everything I said. That's why I protect him like that. And that's why I also get mad because if somebody does everything he says and they're not a fool, then that's mistaken as, oh, he's soft. No, he's actually the toughest one around this motherfucker because he ain't got in trouble and even had a person in his kind life. You know what I'm saying? Being honest. And he respected everybody I told him to respect. That's tough. So I'm proud of that.
Talk your shit, paper.
Talk
your shit.
Man,
you know, Miles, you know I've been waiting to get all this out. So
I know I'm already, man. Listen, I'm already, man. Come on, man. Hey, I'm already knowing. That's why we had to have both of y'all on, man. I'm telling you, yeah. You gotta just like because people need to hear that. Like, and parents need to hear that. You know what I'm saying? These players, they need to hear that, man. Mark, the same question for you, man. What something you appreciate about you, the relationship with your dad?
Just always being there, man. Putting me in the best, you know, situations, even if it was looked at as, man, he crazy or I'm doing a lot or I done been at this school. It's just if we feel like something was, you know, right or the best for my future, he wasn't never scared to just go out on a limb and be like, oh, nah, I'm about to do this, or I'm about to play for this coach, and then he just, you know, just teaching me to just, you know, be on my own and stand on my own path. And I ain't never wanted to, like, at first, like growing up, I always wanted to, like, what's the biggest thing, or just if somebody was doing something, I wanted to do it too, or if somebody was going to this school, or me just looking at on the outside looking in, like somebody getting recruited by this school, or me just feeling bad about myself, but like just him telling me always that it was gonna, you know, balance out and it was always gonna catch up. He just taught me to always, you know, be my own person, and it just I can't thank him enough because now I'm in a position, you know, that I did all this at the college level, and I can, you know, do what I want. So that's just that.
And that's real, fellas, man. And LaMarcus, for you, man, I think, you know, the things that your father has instilled in you to for number one, you being the person that you are, which is, you know, a natural born leader through your energy, through your spirit. I know your father has instilled in that in you a ton. And then not only that, all the things that he has, you know, placed in you, to you will be in you're going to be one of the best players to come out of the Tennessee State University program. And that is something to be very, very, very proud of, man. And what I love about y'all relationship is, number one, the humility that y'all have for one another. Number two, the respect that y'all have for one another. And number three, the honesty that y'all have one another, man. And this is why it was important for us to get you guys on to interview you guys, because this is what a parent-child relationship looks like in a healthy manner when it comes to the world of basketball, when it comes to the world of sports. You know what I'm saying? And I love how Paper is your biggest cheerleader, and he's going to critique you, but he's going to critique you in a healthy manner. You know what I'm saying? And he knows what buttons to press. And even for you, Marcus, again, you as a child, you being his child, having the ability to be disciplined and to be humble and to not be within yourself to say, I'm too good to listen to my dad. You know what I'm saying? But I think that comes from your dad not putting all the eggs in your basket and saying, hey, son, you got to make it to the NBA. If you don't make it to the NBA, it's the end of all be all. You know what I'm saying? Like
Back.
your dad also believes that, hey son, you can make it to the NBA. And I believe you're gonna be in the NBA. So like that to me, man, and I'll let Sean elaborate as well, man. Like this is the reason why we wanted y'all to come on, because we want parents and
Back.
players to hear this. And this is an example. This is a model of what it's like for parent and player expectations and still being able to maintain that in a healthy space. Sean, I'll let you
But
elaborate
I
on it.
only have one thing to add to that. More importantly than any of all of this, you never let basketball ruin y'all personally.
Yeah.
Hey,
And
man.
I done seen
Hey,
that happen.
dude.
I done seen that happen.
I sent, you know, we ain't gonna say it on camera, but I sent, you know, some stuff to Maul, and you know what I'm talking about, a great father, you know, son relationship, man. I seen some stuff, and I sent it to Marcus, and you know, because they look up to us, they family friends, and the college game, it just didn't pan out like that, man. It's the worst stuff. It hurt my feelings to the core when I seen how they talk to each other, and I know his dad has been there for him every day, and I know this, and I learned from lessons to stuff, and I even knew from my dad, you know, my dad was the old school way, Mom. They really didn't cheer for us. Like my
Yeah.
dad still didn't say that, and I love him to death, the greatest person. So listen, greatest coach, humble. He still didn't say I was scoring 40 points. He never said I was a dog. And guess what, y'all? The first time that I rapped the song in the hood and everybody started cheering for me, I was in junior college. No, I was in high school. I started to be a rapper because that's why people join gangs and stuff like that. So when I had a son, I did it different from even the greatest parents I had, right? I said, no, let me be the biggest cheerleader, right, first. Let me, I don't care if shit, Madison, my daughter ain't still scored a soccer goal. She go try something new every time, right? And whatever she do, I'm going, because I love you and I'm going to kiss you on your, you know, because eventually all the world will tell you how good you are. They'll be mature enough to know, shit, okay, I'm at this level, right? Because it'll say it, right? Damn, if I can't, you know, get out here and I can't get free, they'll tell you. But while they're coming up in their confidence, I wanted to change that and do that with my own son. But basketball is just a balance, man. Until you get confidence to do whatever you want to do in life, that's what I'm instilling, because it can't ruin. Like I see this all the time. I'll see the parents, and I don't know if they need the money. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they need to know the writer, but I was big on correcting the misconception of me. You know, that's why I crack jokes like, hell, I'm gonna pop that dude. That dude ain't gave me nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I wanna, like this, like it's the truth. I ain't got to this point living this life or having this without him doing that for me. Hell, by the time you do that, you don't need that. Yeah, if you get some, throw me some, my boy. I'm probably gonna get you for real, whatever you do. You know what I mean? I'm gonna move to France and go overseas in the NBA for sure. But it ain't like, no, if you learn to do it at this point, come on, man, our relationship gotta be great, man. We ain't tripping on that. Y'all get on his nerves a little bit. I'm gonna call him 9 times about pulling up. You know, and say the different things. I'm like, Rob, I'm gonna say it, and then I'm gonna call him again, like, I'm gonna say it in another time, just whisper, like, I'm just saying, you know, I'm getting on his nerves because he's so good and it's easy. But at the end of the day, guess what I tell him? Man, I played junior college and averaged 8 points a game. I ain't never scored a Division I point. And when I always think about that, Mom, I say, bro, you're a Division I player right now that's gonna get 1,000 points. And when all the greats that he didn't pass, when I seen the Cooper I played with these dudes, right? They were great. He's just passing them on up. And he don't know how big that is. You won now. So stay healthy, keep your mind free. Don't take it too hard. Yeah, you want to win and stuff. But at the end of the day, man, you already won. So that's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I tell him that over and over, so he'll know, and nobody outside noise can be like, your dad this. He know his daddy just cheer hard and passionate because I was a rapper and probably, you know, whatever they say. But don't get it confused. I'm not out there saying, you know, I'm out there saying, man, dude, this dude is almost like like a fan to cheer. He ain't thinking about me. Marcus, he ain't listen. If he listened to me, he would shoot 30 times. If he listened to me, he probably be pulling up at half court. He ain't listened to me, y'all. He been passing the damn ball too much since he ain't listened to me since 8th grade. So that's not, you know, he ain't doing what his dad to say. Man, one time, man, I remember Coach Penny. Listen, man, he said, quit doing what your daddy say. I called Penny after the game. One coach, I said, motherfucker, y'all know that he don't ever do what I say. But what you did do is mess him up to say, because he's more mad that you thought that he do what I say. Who do y'all think he's really mad at y'all for acting like he's a sucker? Because he don't. So you got to learn personalities and say, you know, the misconception of Penny said, you're right. I said, y'all, he had 15 in the first game. And y'all said, because we was cheering, quit doing what it's there. We don't cheer for that. We fans. And then so it becomes personal by default. And people don't know that because the magnitude of who we are. So it's personality traits that people got to learn. But no, for sure, he ain't doing shit what I say. hey, me and his Uncle Buck want him to be Allen Iverson. Buck want him to come to the game. Buck said, shit, go 1 for 30. You punch the tickets. Listen, he ain't doing what we say.
Buck, and shout out to Buck, man. Shout out to Buck Fitzgerald. Buck, man, hey, Buck won't mark you every time.
Man, we had to stop having meetings with him.
I know we did. We did.
Real quick. Shout out to you for getting 1K though, bro. That's big time.
That's big time.
Yeah,
almost. You gotta get it.
It's coming up. It's coming up.
We finna get that. We finna get this Thursday.
Yeah.
Friday, Saturday. He's gonna be 1,000-point score by Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We'll be 1,000-point score for sure. So it's gonna happen. For sure. Absolutely.
All right, man. We're gonna jump into this pick and pop, man. We're gonna give you 2 answers, and you gotta pick one, man. We're gonna we got a 9 tonight, but we went extra hard, Mal.
hey, real quick though, you gotta let them know it can't be no 1A, 1B, or you know what I'm saying? No, you gotta pick one. You gotta pick one. Yeah, you gotta pick one now. You gotta pick one, put them on the hot seat, put them on the hot seat one time. It's
Let's start off with
Please don't make me cheat.
Let's go start the first one. Slim and Huskies or Hattie B's?
That's easy.
Slim and Huskies.
Huskies.
What you got, paper?
Oh, Hattie
Slim and Huskies for sure.
Hattie B's.
I knew you were gonna say that.
I fuck with him, but he be tasting a little funny sometimes.
Oh
my God!
Man.
Please.
Yeah,
he said, That's tough, man. I ain't gonna lie.
I went to high school with him. I messed with him. They're my people. You know, I went to Israel with him. But yeah.
Slim and Huskies.
Slim and Huskies, man.
Yeah.
Hey, Debo, EJ, they he just playing. He just playing. Hey, he play. Yeah. I told Sean, that's joking. He's trying to get hot, Sean. Finna get hot. Just the guy spot, man. Go ahead, you got the next one, Sean.
All right. We're talking about the game in general. Would you rather watch the NBA or college basketball?
College.
Ooh.
Damn,
wait. Because I feel like it's certain, like the NBA in general, but I'd rather watch certain players in certain games. But like college March Madness over just a regular NBA game, like I'm watching March Madness, but
March Madness college is the greatest spectacle.
It's DG versus Luka.
That's valid.
I'm college.
If you got hold on. So I'm gonna go college for the most part.
That's real. Yeah, because that's true, fellas. Ain't nothing like that. NCAA March Madness, man. Anything can happen. It's one game. You know what I'm saying? 16's knocking off ones.
Yeah, it's crazy.
15's knocking off 2. It's crazy. I give you that. It's so unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot more exciting for sure.
I'm really hurt. I'm really hurt. I am an NBA guy to the core.
For real?
Really hurt.
Yeah, Sean love the NBA.
Yeah,
he loves the NBA.
College is a lot of bad basketball. And there's a lot of fake little EYBL niggas that ain't that good, and a lot of it's weird now. God. But yeah. I mean, to be honest, I don't like watching even sports like that, man. Like, just from my son, I really like a sports guy like that, even though I'm from a sports. It's kind of like if my daddy got a football team, my son, you know, mom will tell you that. So that's why I really don't know shit.
That's real. All right, fellas. Next one, this it's got city roots right here now. Which one we picking? What we eating at Sunday dinner? We going to Sweats or we going to Little C's? Where we going?
Oh man, you go first.
Oh, I fuck with Little C's.
Yeah. East side.
Yeah.
For sure.
Marvin down the street. I know.
I'm gonna go I'm gonna go with Switch. You know,
Yeah, he going with neighborhood.
Come
he
on,
going with
neighborhood.
neighborhood.
That's real. Neighborhood.
His grandmama used to bring him Swiss plates. Yeah.
Neighborhood. I mean, cause truth be told, you can't go wrong either way. You know what I'm saying? Two staples in the city, you can't go wrong either way. You know what I'm saying? For sure.
I knew you was from over there. I knew you was from over there.
Yeah, Maplewood nigga. That was
for sure. Yeah.
Nah, I'm talking about you. I'm talking about you.
I just told my mom, I really got that from Celeste now, North Silver.
I knew you was from over there.
Yeah, come on now,
Right. I married a little fake East Side Maplewood person. You're right. That's
from over that
side. Yeah. Oh man.
We got the clip there. We throwing that on the page, Sean. We got to clip that for sure. We clipping that. We clipping that for sure. All right, man. Hey, this is what we ask every one of our guests, man. Would you rather have loyalty or would you rather have respect?
Respect.
Yeah, me too, man. I ain't really. That's tough. I think deep on that, but yeah, me kind of respect. You know what I'm saying? Even if my wife or anybody break me down or because all my respect. You gotta respect me or because I ain't even learned how to not deal with. I kind of have now because I got bigger family and people. Yeah, but I'm. Ma, that's kind of the thing with me. That's what it used to be. It's gonna go zero. It's gonna go 0 to 100. Even it's sometimes about Ma or anybody I'm gonna go all the way to the end and probably not stop and get up again and go again. So I'm a big respect guy.
That's real. Mark, you got respect as well.
Yeah, probably because you always want somebody to acknowledge whatever you done. Just how you. Everybody wants somebody to thank them for something. So, respect can get you, a lot of things in life, and you want to feel appreciated and all that. Loyalty, they probably, if you respect it, they're gonna be loyal to you anyway. So,
that's valid. That's valid. That's valid. So you sound like your daddy now, boy. Sound like your daddy now. That's valid right there. For sure. Sound like your daddy right there, boy. I like that. All right, fella. I'm gonna do this next one, and then I'm gonna let Sean take the next 2 or 3. All right. We got Prince's or Bolton's. Which one? We got the best hot chicken. Prince's or Bolton's? We got the best hot chicken.
Prince's. I ain't even had Bolton for real, but I just know it ain't Prince's. Dang, what he said?
Gotta be Prince. Y'all hear me?
Yeah, we hear you.
Yeah, Prince's for sure.
Yeah, hands down. That cast iron skillet, man. Cast iron skillet. Ain't nothing like that. That cast iron skillet, man, out east. For sure.
Prince's for sure.
Man, late night, 3 a.m.
Let's go with WACG or Bradley Bill.
Okay, what?
No.
You can't do that. You can't do that.
Are you just saying man, WACG, man?
That's real. Okay, that's real.
I'm fucking with the home. I'm fucking with Cuz. I'm fucking with Los. I'm going to Los' biggest fan. Man. I'm fucking with the
That's
town.
Unmatched. That's unmatched, no matter what.
Hey, one of the greatest. I'm gonna do a 30 for 30. One of the greatest shows on earth. How he done it.
That's facts, man.
If people really knew the fabric, man, he unmatched, man. I ain't bullshit, man. It was crazy. He got over himself. Listen, I can't go against that. I was there. I seen it from the beginning.
That's facts, man. That's real. Man, I'm telling you, the number of players that Lil Marcus, Kiki, got DG, Marvin Bagley, Desmond,
everybody,
Devin Cambridge, Tiger. Oh my God, it was crazy.
It's he crazy.
Imani Bates, Amari Bailey, all the boys, man. Chris Livingston.
30 for 30. It's gotta be
for real.
30.
Not for real, man.
Shout out to Los, man.
Gotta be.
Shout out to Los.
Hey, bro. When you think of them memories, man, it's man, your jersey might smell like Dro. Go play. And you got to and guess what? You got to give it back. You got to give it back out of the game because he cut, coach. He cut. You won't get it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never cost so much.
We running this game.
Never caused so much contact high in my life, bro. Never.
Man.
Never.
Erratic.
Never.
Man.
Nashville football.
We in Applebee's doing chants.
No, fact.
We all can go.
The next one.
Yes, sir.
Nashville football or Nashville basketball?
That's a good
one. I don't know. Go. You go first.
A lot of legends come from the city from both sports. I ain't gonna hold you.
That's what I'm saying. We've been
I ain't gonna hold you. A lot of legends from both sports.
For sure. College, NBA, college, professional, NFL, NBA.
Yes.
It's such a tough one. What y'all think?
Tough,
what y'all
man.
thinking, fellas?
I'm gonna go with football. I'm gonna go with football because the basketball sometimes is imported.
That's real. Good point.
Or they might be from a little, you got some of them that's, surrounding counties, but just Nashville, a lot about us, we made it, but we didn't make it. And we really didn't make it as far as people think. We legends and all, just being honest.
Yeah.
My brother, one of Slay and Jamal, one of the biggest people, that we say one of the best, and they didn't get drafted.
That's facts. That's real.
You see what I'm saying?
That's
so that's true.
That's
so
real.
we big them up and we honor them, but the truth of the matter that, if it makes sense,
Yeah, that's real.
Not slighting them at all because they're great, but that's what I'm saying. We didn't have that.
Okay, so give me some football.
Football's crazy, man.
John Henderson.
They got drafted.
Yeah, John Henderson, top 5, Pro Bowl, Ramsey, Dunlap. There's so many football shit. Man,
It is.
It's a lot of football, man. It's just crazy. I have to. It's crazy.
It is.
Young fella from Pearl Cone. He finna be there soon. Like Barryon, is that his name?
Barryon, my NPA guy. It's a lot of new guys.
Yellow B.
Man, Buck got.
It is.
You got from East that came from NPA.
Jacob Phillips.
All of them, man. Yeah, so we got 20, 30 of them in the program, just recent, so.
That's fact. That's real.
Yeah,
that's good.
Yeah.
That's not including all the ones Brewing Academy steal.
Man,
we still.
Man.
We still. All right, so next one, fellas. All right, now we're gonna take it back to the city, man. Now, East or Pearl Cone? What we talking about? East or PC?
Pearl, really? He's so fraudulent.
Come on, man.
The Firebird way.
Firebird, man.
Pearl,
they play. Y'all know they played tonight.
Oh, for real?
They playing
They're playing right now to go into the. I don't know. I gotta find out. It's to go to the region championship game.
I was watching it on live. Pearl was up.
Whoa,
for real.
Hold
on. Let's
I seen Avery at my little show last night, Lil Morgan. He was scared, man. He was scared. He said, man, he's nervous, man. And I said, for real? He said, man, when Jeremiah upset, when White Creek upset something, he was scared.
I'm gonna find. We got to find out.
Wow. But it was just 30-30. It was just 30-30.
So who win it now?
Oh, Pearl Cone won.
What?
Pearl Cone beat him.
Oh my God.
What? Pearl Cone beat him.
No.
Wow.
Damn.
Oh, man.
Pearl Cone got him. Wow, man.
No.
That's great.
No.
That's
Pearl Cone beat him. That's tough. Woo, it's tough. 69.
Hey, Mal, when the coach nervous, I seen AP at the because Abriana, I done a little thing for her yesterday. And he was there and he told me. He said he's straight up nervous.
That's anything.
He might have brought that nervous energy in there.
Yeah, that's probably what it was. Perfect season. Dang, Pearl knocked him off when it mattered most.
Listen, man, if I'm nervous, you better hit him some cocaine or something. And go up in there. I don't give a damn. I ain't gonna lose. Like I'm coming down.
Oh my God.
I'm telling you, fire.
Wow.
Everybody gonna like, hey, Mom. They gonna be like, what's wrong with Coach? Coach Bullet right now.
Coach.
Hey, all right, man, we got two more. All right, now this is gonna be a good one right here. Now, who the better rapper? The City Paper or PGC Marcus? Who the better rapper? We got to hear it. Who the better rapper?
Mark, he's like a little new school melodic.
First off, we just too different. Like I rap about different stuff than he do. Like,
and that ain't what we asked you.
And I don't know.
I didn't ask
he
you.
rap about what people like to hear though. He rap about what people like to hear.
I mean, that's cool.
I didn't ask you was he gonna and was you Mickey Mouse. I asked you who was the better rapper.
Who a better rapper?
Of course me.
Easy.
Him.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I got more hours. He just do it. He's pretty good, but he just do it to get his mind off of where he got to go to, So that's why
I got you.
He ain't put enough. Like I tell people, he ain't put no. He's actually talented, but you got to master that. Like I said, I left basketball and really put my hours in. You know what I'm saying? So I know, just like in basketball, y'all put y'all hours in, and we didn't. And that's why I always tell them old dudes, man, we were sorry as fuck. If you looked at them damn old ass videos, us goddamn it coming out pics and shooting that high ass jumper, we really did. So we didn't put enough out because we didn't work out and do that. We wasn't that good. So everybody who talk about how good they was, go look at them 99 tapes. This sorry motherfucker. I'm telling them old niggas. Then we were sorry the motherfucker.
Oh man.
That's why I love paper, man.
We got clips for days, bro.
Mom, I averaged 26 a game in Hillsborough, and I was terrible.
That's why I love paper, man. Hey, that's why. This is the exact reason why I love paper right here. Look, paper gonna keep it all the way stacked. He gonna keep it stacked every time.
We were sorry. I ain't with the old niggas in basketball. I ain't with you.
Yeah, he gonna keep it stacked. All right, I got one more. Fellas. I got one more. You know what I'm saying? This is easy bread and butter right here. Who's better, Nashville or Murfreesboro? We just need
oh my god.
You just need to let them know. You know what I'm saying? I know. Yeah. Nashville, Murfreesboro, man. Just come on, man. Ain't even close. That's all right. That's all right.
Man, listen, man.
Girls though. Girls.
Murfreesboro got some.
Girls. Y'all
Let me close this door. Let me hear who they got. Hold on.
Hey, bro. I'm not gonna argue with all three of y'all, bro. We're not gonna do this. Unless y'all like I said, Marcus, we will see this summer. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yes,
I will,
because it's not gonna be fair.
It's not gonna be fair.
Promise you, we're gonna see this summer.
Yeah, so go.
Y'all can bring all them guys that y'all have. We'll see this summer.
We got plenty. We got plenty. That's what I'm saying. It's a lot of them.
Why y'all making highlight tapes? We in the trenches. That's all I'm saying.
That's cool. Yeah. Good call Kermit Davis. Call Kermit Davis. Don't call Kermit Davis. Tell you y'all get the little class reunion, MTSU class reunion. Y'all come on back. Come on down to Nashville to get your ass moved.
He got plenty of free time right now, so he can pull up.
Yeah, he can.
He got plenty of free time.
He definitely can. For sure, man. He definitely can. But now, fellas, man, that's gonna conclude the great episode, man. We appreciate y'all, man. That was, man, big time, fantastic, man. Again, we talking to two Cashville legends, man, and more importantly, man, just a great one of the greatest future TSU Tigers, man. This carving his career right now, and again, man, one of the best supporters, man, and one of the biggest people to come out the city, Nashville, and the City Paper, man. Marcus Fitzgerald Sr, man. So we appreciate y'all, man. Thank y'all for the
appreciate it, man.
The love, man, for sure. Absolutely, man.
I still got your CD too, by the way.
Oh man, I love it, man. I appreciate
no cap from back in the day. No cap. I still got your CD.
I appreciate that.
That's real. For sure, man. But hey, man, this is gonna wrap up another episode of Trainer Podcast, man. You know how we ended, man. Again, I'm your co-host, JMR Basketball, aka Jamal Richardson, one of the bum ass trainers, and to the left, Sean, you know how we ended.
Hey man, stay prayed up, stay out the way, man.
That's it. All right, much love, man. Appreciate y'all, fellas. Yes, sir. All right, peace.
All right, so.
Yep.